What's up, guys? Welcome to Recharge TV. My name is Brandon. I have the cameras all confusing and mixed up right now. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on. Best start ever. Couldn't ask for anything better. There we go. Welcome to Recharge TV. My name is Brandon, otherwise known as TheAppUniverse. I am a partner streamer here on Mobcrush. 10 out of 10 star. I know, I nailed it. I'm here with BrizzleMcFizzle, who is also a partner streamer on Mobcrush. Say hello.
Hello.
That was
Hi,
beautiful.
everyone.
That was the best hello. It sounded a little bit like a whale and a little bit like a
That was my
brizzle.
goal. I'm glad that that's what you got from it because that's totally was my motivation was to
Oh,
sound
wait.
like a whale mixed with me.
Okay, yeah, that was good. It was a brizzle whale. Those
Yeah.
are the best kinds of.
Yeah, that's my whale noises.
We are also here with TouchMint, otherwise known in real life as Randy. If you would like to say hello.
Hey.
Hey.
That was good too.
It was so good you didn't even pop up on the screen. Like that's how good.
Trying to like do motion and like.
I think it just goes off voice, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, you can do that every time you speak.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
I'm gonna do that now.
So, TouchMint has been super, super awesome. It came out with a game called Adventure to Fate, which we're going to talk about a little bit. But he's been everywhere recently. We reached out to him, asked if he would be on here. He's been in my streams. He's been in Brizzle's streams. He's been. He was even like supporting the Critical Ops tournament, which is super cool. Like I was shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's supporting me right now. Look at that. He's been super awesome. So I just want to thank you for being a part of the community and making a great game. So
It's a cool game.
Also, real quick, I want to point out we noticed in the corner of his room, I think to his left, he has a cage. And I just need to talk about this beforehand because it'll bug me the whole time if we don't. So what is that?
So this is my bearded dragon, Norbert, and
Norbert?
That's such a good name.
might or might not be from Harry Potter. I don't know. But,
That's amazing.
But yeah, he just kind of chills under there and works with me since I work from home here. And yeah, the cats try to get to him all day pretty much.
How old is Norbert?
About 6 or 8 months, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
still pretty young.
He's
And,
just a little baby.
he's still pretty big. He's probably about a foot.
A big baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty awesome.
How long do bearded dragons live for?
At the I don't know, at the pet store they said somewhere around like 5 to 10 years. I wasn't really paying attention, but it was like a long time, longer than I thought.
I'll Google it for you.
I wasn't really paying attention. One day it'll be dead. You're like, it was probably supposed to last that long. Pon said something that's really good. He said that you should have Norbert in your games. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about doing a dragon after I'm in there. Maybe in the next one, we'll see.
A pet.
I'll add him in.
Norbert.
Oh yeah, because I mean that'd be cool to have a little pet Norbert. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
It is a good idea. It should totally happen. You're welcome.
So Adventure to Fate is, I believe it's categorized as a JRPG. What is the J? I've never seen that.
So actually I wasn't really super for sure with the genre either, but it's like a Japanese role-playing style.
Okay.
And I guess it's just named after that because they kind of came up with the concept, and I mean it's kind of a mix of that and like somewhat a dungeon crawler. It's not, yeah, for sure, but
Yeah, that's what I saw it as is like a dungeon crawler. But I just have never seen JRPG, and I tried googling it, and something said Junior RPG, and I'm like, there's no way that's what that means. There's no way. This game is freaking hard. There's no way it's like a junior version of anything.
I always thought the JRPG was just like Final Fantasy or those other
that's, I mean, they are
role-playing games. But I like Junior RPG. It's a Junior RPG.
Junior RPG. It's I imagine because when I heard that I'm like, oh, junior, so it's like easy, and then it's just not it's not easy. I had Randy in my stream. I was playing it, and he was walking me through one of the mazes, and I still couldn't get it. He was like telling me the like secret, and I couldn't figure it out. It was awful.
Let's talk about really quick how one of the cool things about this game is that it's blind enabled, meaning that like people who are blind can play the game.
Vision impaired.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend the vision impaired community. But anyway, there was this dude that played it on those settings and apparently died no times and kicked Brandon's butt. I want to hear about this.
What? Kicked my butt. He kicked Randy's butt too. He's beating it faster than Randy, I believe, right?
What?
Yeah, yeah. I've never beaten it without dying. This one, and I mean, I made it. I know what's happening. What's coming, like everything about it. And yeah, he's I think he's beaten it about 4 or 5 times, and totally helps me on like the audiogames.net. That's like the big community where they hang out and discuss games that they're able to play. But yeah, there's been a couple guys that have just been awesome over there. That it blows my mind because I've played it through maybe once or twice, and with voiceover, and it's taken me like 8 to 10 hours, and just really hard.
It's so
yeah,
hard.
Wow. So what got you introduced to this community? Did you know that this community existed and you made your game to cater to it, or were you approached after you made the game? Like how did it happen where this game was made to be enabled?
So basically, I'd say about halfway, or not halfway, but a couple months after my last game, Battle Arena, came out, I got an email from somebody that said that they were, blind, and that they were trying to play this game and they could almost play it. And I had no idea voiceover even existed, or like, the what they call the blind mode. And so I was like, what can I do to help? And I went over there, checked out the forum, a bunch of people talking about it. And after that, there were a couple things that I could do to fix the old game, but really I kind of had to start from scratch with this new one. So I've been working with them.
Oh, wow.
About 8 or 9 months working with them.
So what special things did you have to take into consideration when developing with that in mind?
I write the code. I wrote the engine myself. Sorry. And because of that, I'm able to kind of have a little bit more depth over the process than, say, people that write in Unity or GameMaker. And so yeah, I basically have to label everything. I have to hide a lot of things with voiceover. When you run your finger over it, it reads not only what's in front but everything behind. So yeah, there was just a lot of cleaning up stuff, I guess, making sure everything was properly labeled. Sometimes when they read buttons, it'll say, if there's an image on there, it'll read the image file, which they don't want to be reading. So, I have to make sure my image files are named correctly, just kind of stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you have any idea how many games like have voiceover for vision impaired?
I mean, on iOS, it's a pretty small amount for sure. Just because not a lot of people write their own engines, and like I said, most of the game makers, you can't. It's just not an option to have that in there. Maybe in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future Unity did that. But I mean, there's special things. So going back to the earlier question, special things I did. Like when you're walking around on the map, there's actually extra info for them. It'll tell them kind of like their grid location. They can run their finger over and see where the door is to the next area type thing, just little things like that.
That's cool. I want to talk about this for a second. I've already seen excitement in the chat over you not using Unity. So most of the people that we've had on our show so far, they've all used Unity, which is nothing wrong with that. But I want to talk about the fact that you made your own engine, the challenges behind that, your choice in making your own engine. Like, Lone Star's very excited. So he wants to know about why you created your own engine and how.
Really, it wasn't by design. Initially, I had some other apps that were native iPhone apps, and I was like, I wonder if I could make a game just using Xcode controls, just using like basic iPhone things. And it just turned out that I started with a really small project, and just kind of built onto that. And before, I mean, I guess not before I knew, but about 2 years later, I have a full, game engine that I can do what I want with and customize and not have to worry about like limitations. The only thing that does suck is I can't port to Android. I can't port to PC because I'd have to rewrite everything. So that is kind of a bummer.
So as far as you like making your own game engine, does that mean that like you can make an entirely different type of game using that engine?
Yeah, I would probably stick to like an RPG, but I'm actually now working on. I don't know if you guys ever played Tiny Rogue. It came out about 2 months ago, and
Sounds
it's a
familiar.
pretty cool game to check out, but it was pretty shallow. So I'm kind of investigating making a game somewhat like that, but with a little more depth and RPG aspects to it. But yeah, I can really go wherever from this.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. Do you ever see a time where like you like sell the engine you make or like give it to other developers to use? Like, do you ever want to be the new Unity?
No, I don't think I would get that far, and I'm actually a horrible coder too. So if somebody else does this, try to use it.
They'd be like, "What is this? This isn't even real. How did he do anything with this ever?"
I basically just bash my head into the keyboard until stuff works usually.
Nice.
That's how we all do things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, most like real coders would look at this and be like, "How is this a functional app?" So maybe if I had some time to polish it up, I could.
Well, it is functional. It works. The game works. I played it. Visually impaired people have played it.
Yeah.
It works pretty well.
So a lot of the like we were saying earlier, a lot of the devs and stuff use Unity, and that's because I'm pretty sure like everyone is like, yeah, I've never made a game before, so I used Unity and I learned. Like, what's your experience in all of this to where you're like, I'll do it by myself?
That's just kind of how I am, I guess. It was kind of like wanting to set out a little bit of a challenge for myself. I honestly don't know anybody that's made a game like this just directly using Xcode controls. I don't even use any extra libraries or their like Sprite little framework that Apple has. So
that's pretty crazy. That's awesome. Is that how we can kind of transition, I guess, for a second? You make like a ton of different apps. Like you have 3 games and then like 15 billion other like things. Do you use Xcode for all of them? Is that what you've always used?
Yep, everything's written in Xcode and everything's written off the same engine that I wrote. So like those earlier apps and stuff, they use like the same engine and database structure that my game uses. So that's kind of how, yeah, the other apps happened before my games, and the game's actually somewhat built off of those basic.
That's pretty crazy. I'm actually going to go to the App Store real quick, and I want to I want to see all of the apps that you've made because there are a ton. Let's see here. So we have a baseball one, Adventure to Fate. You have like, I don't even know what some of these things are, NASM certifications and flashcard makers and football stuff. And like, how did all of these come about? Or like, did you make them or did somebody ask you to make them or were you hired to make them? Or like, how did all of these millions of things that you've made come about?
Well, so it all started with the baseball app up there. It's my first app and it's still my best seller of any of my apps. Sometimes it floats around the top 10 on the sports charts.
Oh, wow.
Which is like, it sounds crazy. Like if it was a game, I'd be like throwing my money around, but sports isn't that hard to break the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing a lot of softball. I thought it'd be cool to track my stats in softball. And since I made it, I put it out on the App Store and it just took off. And I was like, who's buying this? Like, who else? What other softball players care about this? But it turns out parents are buying it for their kids to track their stats and to send to scouts. So
That's so
when
cool.
they're in little league and stuff like that.
Oh
So
my gosh, it goes that far
Yeah.
back.
That's
Crazy.
amazing.
it just kind of took off, and then I had the framework, the engine for the baseball. To make a football one, I just changed the stats. To make a basketball one, a hockey one, just kind of like that. So
Wow. And most people go for the baseball one. That's the most popular one.
yeah, I'd say so. I mean, baseball is more of a stat-driven
Sure.
sport, I guess. So
I'm very into sports ball.
Yeah,
So this makes
I
total
like
sense to me.
it's the same way with me. I watch the Super Bowl because people make me. Like there's commercials. Like that's all I know about anything sports.
I prefer the puppy bowl personally.
That's pretty
those
awesome.
puppies train for a long time to participate. So that's...
true.
Somebody in chat said that they've used the basketball one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the basketball one's actually a little outdated, just because sales aren't super good on that, so it kind of gets pushed to the back when it's just me working. But I mean, it works fine. It just isn't as pretty as some of the other ones, I guess.
So we were talking before the stream about all these apps a little bit, and you mentioned that you did the baseball one, and that let you quit your full-time job so that you could do apps full-time. Is there like anything to that you want to add?
Well, so I mean, the baseball one kind of got me thinking about quitting my job, and then once I got all the other sports out, it was doing well. And then you'll see that there's a couple, like the massage one, there's a couple certification ones in there.
Mhm.
And for those, I built like a quiz framework, and where you can put your own multiple choice questions into a quiz. So if you're studying for like a class or whatever, you can study, but a lot of professions you need to be certified. And what I started doing is I would go out, and it started when I was in college, and I'd go out and find people that had taken the certification test, and I'd be like, hey, can I get your notes? I'm going to put it in an app and then put it out on the store. And then people want to study for that, they'll download the app. And so I've done that for a couple, just, people I know that have taken certifications type thing. Once I got those out in the sports, I was able to have a little cushion to start making games, is what I really like to do,
Mm-hmm.
So
that actually goes nicely into a question that we had from a viewer. They said, ask TouchMint what inspired him to make a JRPG game.
That's actually exactly how they asked it. That's amazing.
Yeah,
How did you know
that
that's how they asked? That's crazy.
I'm pretty good at reading people's voices when it comes to these things.
Oh my God.
I mean, I guess I was a really big fan of like Pokemon, and later on Golden Sun, which is somewhat similar to my game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really just, there wasn't too much going on, so I wasn't going to need a game engine, a bunch of like moving parts. And I figured that was kind of the thing to do. I've always, I used to play like online user dungeon games. I don't know if anybody's ever played any text games.
No, explain what is that?
So basically, I guess it would be like kind of like a telnet game, I think is what they are. But I guess it's kind of hard to describe. It's just a text-based game.
It's like one where like
oh no, I know what that is.
I think I've played like a text RPG game where like it asks you like if you want to go into the door, and you say yes or no, and then it does like the next set of rules that follows your answer.
Yeah, I mean, somewhat like that. Yeah, I mean, there aren't really that many of them left anymore, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, it's like playing D&D, I guess, but
gotcha.
through text, I guess. Yeah, so it's kind of those that inspired me to do it.
I can totally see the Pokemon influence, because I was playing it on my stream and people kept asking me if the rat was going to evolve.
Oh, that would be so cool. Does the rat ever evolve? That would be cool. I would like to see.
For me, I didn't get very far because I'm not the best at these games. It was pretty fun. I just kept getting stuck.
Hey, sorry, I crashed there.
Oh, it's
no
okay.
worries.
I just said, does the rat ever evolve? Like, I noticed the Pokemon influence. You talked about that earlier, how you really like playing those games, and in my stream, my viewers kept asking if the rat was gonna evolve.
No, none of the pets evolve in this or anything, but it was something that I thought about like during the development process. It just kind of got cut at the end.
Cool, gotcha.
But I mean, you find a bunch of other pets and stuff, so you know.
Yeah, there's definitely some cool ones. It seems like there's a lot of customization in the game as far as like I don't think I've gotten far enough to know if this is something, but so you can change your spells around in your own inventory. Do you get other spells for your pets as well?
So I mean, like, I think some of the higher level pets they'll have 4 to start with, but no, they won't. They don't earn any down the road. They're kind of just set. So the idea is that as you're getting better, you're kind of upgrading to better pets rather than using your starting ones, which differs from Pokemon or whatever.
Right. That makes sense. Somebody asked what the whole process is for publishing an app to the App Store. And then along with that, like, do you have any suggestions, recommendations, guidance for people who would like to make games? Anything along those lines?
The process has gotten way better. When I first started doing the baseball app, it took me like a week just to figure out how to get it submitted to the App Store. No joke.
Oh wow!
Like, day in and day out, I'd be making little bits of progress. But now what you do is at least if you're building an app in Xcode, I mean, you got to go out, you got to get certificates and stuff to ensure, this is your app and that you're the builder. You go in Xcode, you upload. I mean, it's kind of just a summary. I still need notes to do it. Like, I couldn't do it by memory. It's kind of a process. But with that being said, I mean, if you want to start making a game, just start small. I see so many developers that they have these big plans and these big ideas, and that's good and everything, but they make the scope way too big, and then they never finish anything. And it's like, start with something small and just prove to yourself that you can do it, and then go on. Because, I mean, I don't know how many people I've seen with these great ideas who just never finish because they just make it too hard on themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's understandable. I feel like that's what I would do. If I ever tried to make a game, I would try to make it as difficult as possible and never get anywhere with it. That's pretty much how I'd live my life.
Yeah. No, that would probably be what I would be like. This has to be amazing. We have to just go through everything to begin with. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, you want to start with something that's manageable, that you can accomplish, and set reasonable goals. I mean, that's just like good business sense. You set reasonable goals that you can accomplish, and then you can move on to the next thing. Because it's nice to accomplish something instead of just not doing anything. You hear that, kids? Finish the stuff you start.
I should take that advice because I'm not very good at that.
Somebody wants to know if you'll teach them how to make apps and if you want to video chat sometimes. Probably not, Extreme Gamer.
Probably not.
I mean, if you need tips on like things to do, or you're stuck on something app-wise, I don't mind answering questions. I mean, I try to help people.
Contact you for questions and things.
What is your Twitter? It is at TouchMint.
At TouchMint, or I have one for the game, which is at Adventure to Fate too.
So this is Adventure to Fate. I can't turn on the sound because then you'll hear our voices double, and nobody wants that.
That's crazy.
But so this is the game. It is not a junior RPG. It's a Japanese RPG.
Totally different.
Yeah, there is. It's quite difficult, and I like that because it seems like there's a lot of games that are on the market that are just like really stupid simple. The learning curve isn't that bad on this game, and it's fun. Like, I want there to be a challenge. Like, if there's not a challenge, I mean,
what class did you choose, App?
I have no idea. What is this? A shapeshifter, a morpher, dude who
think
turns into metal.
mutant.
What is he called?
I think you're a mutant.
Yeah, I'm a mutant. So, and then I
Yeah.
have like a ghost or something. So you have all sorts of pets that you can collect. I started with an aqua, which is like a little water droplet. Later on, I got a leech, a spider, basically a rat, and now I have a ghost, a ghast to be specific.
Ooh.
And so they all have different moves. Some of them have poison. Some of them have like curses. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Some can heal. It has a pretty in-depth inventory system. So you can use things in your inventory. So if you need to heal, you can just hit use and heal or use magic or mana or whatever. You can equip things so that you have them for in battle. You can destroy any weapon so that you have materials for crafting. And then,
that's cool.
Randy, I'm not sure about this. I picked the weapon class, so basically I can create weapons, and as that, I can make the best weapons in the game. Like I won't find weapons better than what I can make. I believe, is that correct?
I mean, you'd probably make some of the best ones. I think if you might find a couple that are better at certain levels, because you get a new weapon you can make every 2 levels, and
Okay.
I'd say about 80% of the time, those weapons are going to be the best compared to what you find.
Ooh, I have a good question. Sorry to interrupt, but this is the question we all need answered. Why TouchMint? Why not Touch Peppermint or Touch Paper or
Touch
Wait,
Paper.
that last one sounds kind of wrong. So why TouchMint?
I was actually trying to think up an app name or like an app company name, and first of all, the .com domain was available. So
that makes sense.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
And I just thought like touch, you touch your phone screen or whatever. And mint, I don't know what that was for. I could make a pretty good logo, I guess. I like the logo I made, so I was like,
sounds like a pretty similar story to how we came up with Recharge TV. We're like, okay, let's think of everything that has to do with like a phone, and so we're like,
Yes.
okay, like play or yeah, like I don't know. There was some loading screen. There was like the lobby. I don't know. We thought of so many things, and we're like, I don't know. One of them probably works.
No, they were taken. Screw you, people.
Yeah, all
Take
the URLs were taken.
But whatever, we got the best one, Recharge TV. Who doesn't
Yeah,
want to
for
get
sure.
switched up with us every Monday, 8 p.m. EST until 9 p.m. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so somebody said that TouchMint because you touch everything. Everything you touch turns into money, like the mint.
Oh, I do wish that.
Yeah,
Not
just
all the
making it rain every day, just touching mint all the time.
Yeah, no, it is funny. I tell people I'm like an app developer, that I make games, and they instantly think, "Oh, you are like a billionaire. Like you, any question you make." And I'm like, "No,
Nope.
That's how it is for like the 0.05% of developers. They make 99% of the money, pretty much."
Sounds about right.
But I just
the 1%.
I'm able to live off of it.
I mean, that's good. You get to do what you enjoy doing full time, and
worth it to me.
that's fantastic.
To do that and travel and work too, which is pretty cool. So yeah,
that is cool. Oh, I got another question. How do you go about testing your game? Do you test on a computer, or you test on devices? Do you test on both?
Yeah, I mean, I try to test on everything possible. I think I got like 3 different iPads and iPod Touch and like 4 phones to test on older devices. Unfortunately, the computer simulator doesn't always work, so
I imagine it's got to be a little easy, like to test all the games since you don't have Android and there's a billion different Androids.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't really mess with Android. So yeah. But I also use Test Flight. I have other people help me test, which is really helpful.
That's cool.
Yeah. Somebody asked what the best weapon in the game is. I don't know if they play the game. I don't remember who asked, so it might be irrelevant. So I'm gonna let you answer, but along with that, you'll be a little behind. But I want to know like what some of these skill sets do. And so I'll kind of go through those and explain to people, some of the depth of the game, because there's a ton of different things in the game. So I want to, go into that a bit.
We also have a giveaway at some point.
Oh, we do have giveaways. I believe we have 3 giveaways, which are all copies of this game. But don't be discouraged if you don't get it. You should go buy it anyways, because it's awesome.
Lone Star bought it.
Lone Star bought it. Hip hip hooray for Lone Star.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Give that guy a code.
Give that guy a code. He already bought it. Sorry, man.
Let's see the best. I'll pull up my Excel real quick. Let's see the best weapon in the game. So at level
spreadsheet.
I guess at level 26 you can craft like the golden dagger, the golden blade, the golden staff, and the golden bow.
Is 26 the highest level?
You can go up to 27 right now, but that's the highest crafting level. Like you get new crafts every 2 levels.
Wow.
All right, let's go into the game real quick. Okay, so there are 6 characters, and let me ask, I know it just came out, but somebody's going to want to know somewhere, will there be updates for it where you add a character, or add weapons, or add anything, or is it pretty much set in stone, other than like small fixes if something goes wrong?
I'm actually almost done testing the newest character.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, okay.
If you need someone to test it, I'm here for you.
So yeah, so you can kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but on the
Here, let me switch real quick.
You guys can maybe see a new little character that I'm working on.
That's pretty cool. That's exciting.
So yeah. But yeah, so I plan on trying to add a new class or 2, every once in a while, every month or so, and new pets when I update as well. So,
all right. So we have 6 characters right now. There's the Mercenary, which has Fury Smash and Adrenaline Rush. What are those 2 skills?
The Fury Smash it's a passive skill, I believe, and on the 3rd hit, it hits for double. So if you hit 3 times in a row, that 3rd hit hits for double.
Man, you can totally click on it and it tells you. I never tried that. That's crazy. That helps a lot in figuring this out.
Yeah.
So then there's Adrenaline Rush.
And I think that's a boost like agility or strength or something. I could probably pull these up too.
I'm just testing you right now. I'm testing.
Okay.
We have the Cultist, which is like a dark arts kind of wizard, which has a Psychic Bolt, which confuses. And I've played it a little bit. What exactly does the Confuse do? I've confused people, but I don't know entirely what it actually did.
So the Confuse is cool. It was actually suggested by one of the users over at Audio Games, one of the blind guys, and basically when you hit them or when they're confused, they have a chance to hit themselves or one of the other enemies.
Oh, cool.
And that goes another way. If they're a healer, they have a chance to heal you if they're confused.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's an interesting spin.
So yeah, it's a really fun class to play with just because you can kind of use your enemies against themselves, and they have a bunch of other skills down the road that kind of add to that fun, I guess.
Which character right now do you think is the most OP? Like,
yes,
is there one that you're gonna nerf, or is there one that you're like, wow, this one's so much better than all the others?
I think the mutant is probably.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah.
Switch to mutant.
Yeah, the mutant is pretty powerful, and the mercenary is pretty powerful too. I'd say those 2 are kind of the top. The mutant, they just have so much reflect damage that you can just kind of sit there and heal while the enemies kill themselves by hitting you.
That's pretty much what I noticed I've started doing, because you get a heal spell. So you can just kind of like heal and they kill themselves. It's pretty great.
That's cool.
So we have the assassin, which is basically like a rogue, I imagine. Being that I haven't played one, do they like go invisible to like sneak attack, or are they just like faster, or what are the assassins?
So yeah, they focus a lot on poison damage, and then also they have a starting skill, the sneak one, which gives them an extra attack. So they're always gonna have more attacks, I guess, than the others. You know,
Is that similar to the mutant's mimic, where you get to use it basically for free?
well, oh, you mean
The sneak?
the sneak? No, so it gives
Oh,
you
I was thinking of the mutation. Okay.
yeah. So like instead of starting with one attack, you'll have two attacks right off the bat.
Oh, cool.
Where the mutant, they just get a mutate without using an attack. So I mean, same end effect or whatever, but with the assassin, you can use it for any of your skills.
Okay, so then we have the priestess, which is in normal games they heal. I imagine this one heals too. How's the damage output on the priest?
The priest is pretty good. I kind of want to make it kind of like a shadow priest type thing.
Yeah.
They have a lot of they have some curses. Curses combined with healing over time, and yeah, they also have some cool physical spells too, or physical skills, which I thought was kind of unique.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I will try that one out. I always like priests in games. They're always my favorite. Which character do you think is like the worst one for someone to start with who's never played? So everybody who's going to buy the game, even if they don't win the giveaway, which one should they not start with?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really tried to avoid that.
That's good.
I mean, I'm not saying
which one of your kids do you not like the most?
Which one of your kids do you not like the most?
I mean, I guess maybe the priest, kind of a little bit quicker, I guess.
That's good advice. So all of you guys who are just getting it, start with the priest. That's what he just said. This whole time has been dying for a giveaway. Let's go ahead and do one. So
just for iOS.
Hashtag iOS. If you want a game, that's the hashtag we're using. It is only for iOS. It'll remind you it's only for iOS. Hashtag iOS. Spam that. We're going to take a screenshot. Brizzle will show her iPad Izzle. I believe.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you. Okay, so I want to see some hashtag iOS.
Can I win?
Now. No.
I already have it.
Yeah, you already won the game. You already won the giveaway.
You guys can spam it away, hashtag iOS, so that you can get the game. Brizzle does this cool beatboxing that I'm super jealous of.
I'll do it while we're waiting.
All right. It's like theme music. It's like Jeopardy music.
Okay, I need more water.
Did you screenshot?
I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I did it. We'll see. Okay. I'm always scared that I'm just gonna turn off my iPad and not screenshot. Let's see. Photos.
Randy, while we're sitting here, I just want you to notice behind Brizzle, there's a hot dog costume. Did you know that she dresses up as a hot dog? Like, real thing. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy. And I caught that on like a few of the ones I watched.
Oh, did you?
Not anything live, but yeah, some of.
All right, we have a winner.
Oh, that's me.
Juday, 26. Juday.
Juday! Yeah!
Juday! 26. You win.
You win. Just get in contact with me or Brizzle or Recharge or something outside of the stream on Twitter or Discord, really and we will send you one of the codes. Super fun game. I hope you have iOS because otherwise you're not going to play it. But it's very fun. If you have questions, TouchMint is pretty good at getting back to people. I'm sure he'll help. Or you can come to my stream because he's there a lot. That's cool too.
Sometimes on my stream too.
Yeah, and he's in mine more.
He's in a lot of streams. Well, whatever, Brandon.
Whatever, he likes me more.
You have to change this. You have to visit me more now. I can't live like this. I cry every time. How many giveaways? We've got a couple more, Umar.
We have a couple more, but you're not going to win right now. Plus, I'm pretty sure Umar already bought it. So thank you for buying it, but I'm pretty sure he owns it. Okay, so Umar actually asked me about the professions. I'm pretty sure you just get to create stuff. I was a weaponsmith, so I assume leatherworker, you make armor, alchemist, potions, and jeweler, necklaces and rings. Is there one that you would suggest people use?
I mean, if you're just starting out, I'd probably think the armor one, which is a tailor for cloth and leather worker for medium, and then heavy armor, for heavy armor people, I guess. But the alchemist actually gets a little bit of a bonus since they're not getting, items they have all the time where they can use potions without using a stamina, which
That's
becomes pretty
really
big.
cool.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people play this more than one time through, and since you can transfer your items to different characters on your account, the alchemist ends up being the strongest once they have, items from the armor smith and items from the weaponsmith because they get that little advantage.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know I took the weapon, but
And the
I
weapon's
think
still pretty easy to
yeah.
start out with. I mean, it's nice having a new weapon every 2
I
levels.
mean, I know I need all the help I can get because I'm slightly terrible. And then the last thing for starting, for all the people who are going to buy your game, which is Adventure to Fate. I know that the
Everyone.
mods keep posting it, but just so you know, Adventure to Fate, Quest to the Future, Junior RPG. Which pet would you suggest somebody start with? There's the infamous Brizzle laugh. It's so good. It's not even a snort. It's just like a I can't breathe. I'm dying. Somebody come help me.
Help me. I'm good. I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny that time. Keep going. Continue. I'm just gonna suffocate here.
Oh man.
I think it really depends on what you're playing with. That's how I kind of tried to do it. So, like for example, the liquid aqua or whatever has heal, so it's kind of a nice complement to the mercenary or some of the other classes that aren't able to heal. But I'd say overall the strongest would be, I don't know. I guess the liquid would be probably one of the
I
strongest.
mean, you end up getting new pets so soon,
Yeah,
anyways.
you end up using a new pet in like 3 levels, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter too much. So, Brizzle, do you have any other questions that you wrote down?
Let me
Maybe,
look at
maybe
my really technical sheet right here.
not.
Scribble on it.
Scribble, scribble.
I can't read any of this.
Oh, that's good. That's how I am with my writing. I can't read it. I just like make lines and hope that it means something.
I would say so when you're not like playing your game, clearly, what other games are you playing? Like, what are your favorite types of games to play right now? What are your favorite games in the App Store
I mean,
besides yours?
I don't play my game that often because I probably just spent about a month's worth of time testing it nonstop. So I'm taking a little break from it.
Well, you played it a lot.
Oh, yeah, like too much. I played it too much. But no, it's a good game, I promise. I just don't ever want to play it again.
Don't ever want to play it again.
So good.
I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. I mean, I kind of play that on and off. I'm not any good at it, so that's kind of annoying. I'm really not good at video games, so I kind of stick to trying to make them.
I mean, it's really being good at video games is so overrated.
I play a lot of Hearthstone as well, and I'm terrible at it, so I feel you there.
Yeah.
Have you played Clash Royale yet? It's like a better Hearthstone.
Oh, I would have to agree. I've played it, but I just think it's, man.
Oh my gosh, we can't be friends anymore. You don't agree with me? It's so
not a better
good.
Hearthstone.
Go to
I
Brizzle's
disagree
stream.
with you. Yeah, hang out with
I
me.
don't
I'm
even
cool.
want to call it a game. It's an app. It's an app. It's not a game.
Yeah.
And the reason I feel like that is because in Hearthstone, you can be a free player and you can still be the best. You can go in arena, you can know what you're doing and be the best, right? Yeah, you can do it.
I mean, I can't, so
You'll never be the best.
I can't.
$1,000, right?
Oh, it's true.
I mean, there's no way to get up there.
I mean, I'm like halfway to rank 1 right now. So like, you know, they're at like 4,500. I'm at like 2,800, and I can't even think of the game, Clash Royale. I'm like half their trophies. It's kind of close.
Congratulations on your success.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I'm not sold on it yet. Don't get me wrong. It's like very well designed, and they know what they're doing. They obviously are. I mean, they're number 1 on the revenue charts.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing. I just don't consider it as full of a game as Hearthstone. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely not a lot of depth. It's pretty simple. It's you start on one side and you have a couple cards and you go to the other side. But I think it's fun.
It is fun.
I think it's
very bright and colorful.
Yeah. You're just designed to hit a wall. That's how the game is designed. I mean,
yeah, that's true. I've hit a couple walls and all you can do is grind to get past it. I see it as like a pay to get further faster.
Yeah. And I don't know, if, like I said, if they came out with a true mode where you were like equal to your opponent, where you could actually see skill rather than time spent or money spent.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Would you ever want your game to be a multiplayer game?
I would love to. Honestly, I was hoping that I was going to get featured this time around and that I'd have the money to hire a back-end programmer, because that's kind of been the end goal. Doesn't look like it's going to happen just yet, but I mean, that's where I'd like to go with it eventually.
So moral of the story is everybody buy his game so we can have multiplayer.
Because multiplayer would be so sick. I would love that. That'd be really cool.
I will fight you, Brandon.
Oh, no. Stop it.
Yes. I will fight you with my priestess.
You'll just heal. Nothing good will ever happen. I'll just mutate. It'll be fine. Well, yeah, that would be cool. What is it that you like? Do you have any speculations why you weren't featured? Like, what do you think goes into who they choose to feature?
I just don't think it was pretty or polished enough, I think. And another thing is, I think the App Store reviewers or, you know, publishers, I think they want a game that's more like a mobile game that's instantly gratifying and that is just, you're in it right away. It looks very pretty. It's totally polished compared to, I mean, with this game, you know, you got to spend a good half an hour to get in, just to get into the game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad design on my side, but yeah, I mean, it's just not the type of game I want to make. And yeah, I think they're looking for a different type of game.
I guess that makes sense, because when I've played other games that were similar to yours, they're games where like you start out as like the most powerful possible creature or person or whatever, and then, you know, you go through level 1 and you have like max skills, and then it restarts you. So you get like the feeling of being amazing, and then they take it away, and so you strive to earn that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 more giveaways. Let's go ahead and give another one away. We're going to put hashtag Randy is awesome.
Yes. And it has to say all those things or else you won't win. Including the hashtag. Oh,
Boom.
I was looking at the photo
Hashtag.
thinking that was the chat, but it was just a photo. That's smart. Okay. I'm really smart. Okay.
So smart. Smartest person in the world.
I'm the smartest person. Okay. Randy's awesome. Randy's awesome. Yes, more.
Do you find yourself playing like iPhone or app like mobile games more or less than console games or computer games? Because the last dev we had in here was like, yeah, I don't really play mobile, and we're like, oh, okay.
What?
And then Brizzle, feel free to screenshot whenever.
I am. I'm waiting till my heart says it's the right time.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly play mobile. I don't even have a console right now, to be honest. I mean, I guess I got a Wii, but I don't think anybody plays those anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, wife chick can't win.
Did she just win?
Well, she's not gonna win, but yes. Hold on. I can't do anything on my freaking iPad. Squid on Quack was the next person, so I just want to prove it.
I'm pretty sure he's won every giveaway we've done, which is awesome because he bought one of my shirts and that makes me really like him. But that's because he's on Quack.
Just on Quack, bruh. There we go. See, proof right there. No hacks. It's totally random.
Let's go ahead and do our last giveaway right now. We only have a couple minutes left in the
You're
stream.
pretty busy, bro. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah. You gotta stay busy.
What's the next code word?
Randy, you can choose. Pick an awesome code word. Go buy my game.
I don't know. Recharge.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, recharge. That's such a good one. No one's ever said that one. Hashtag recharge.
TV.
Oh, I lost it. There we go.
Go. Hashtag recharged. Or recharge TV, both work. I'll accept both as an answer because I like both of those. Just saying. Go.
Lone Star's trying to get the go buy my game hashtag going.
I should have picked a really hard word to spell and watched it.
Oh, that would have been great. Well, last time Britney Spears was one, and I told people to spell it right, and then I spelled it wrong. So.
And I copied it.
Whatever.
Go.
There's a more sophisticated way of doing this giveaway, and I tried it on my stream, and it failed miserably. It picked the same person. In fact, it picked TouchMint like 5 times in a row.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta go to like a random number generator site.
I have one.
Ooh, who wins?
It's not Squid again. Squid, you can't have 2 copies.
Can't win 2 times in one stream. Come on.
That's just not fair. Okay, Extreme Gamer.
EG.
Oh no, wait, Pawn. Does he count?
I mean, yeah.
I might have just fudged the bucket and said 2 names, but Pawn technically won.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll buy him a copy if we don't have a 4th. We might have a 4th. We may have had a 4th giveaway. I'm not sure if it was used. So if we don't, I'll like figure out a way to get you a game.
I'll go in halvesies with you. I'll give you $1.50.
Pretty sure I probably have another code too. I sent out to like 50 to phone site or like game reviewers. I'm pretty sure like 4 of them got used. So
okay.
Sort through those.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I noticed there was a reviewer. I'll say I don't want to like throw out names, but anyways, there's a reviewer who was streaming on, and they had like 20 codes given for a game, and they just like posted in their chat, and like 1 got used. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just like copy and put it in my chat. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, how do you get these? I'm like, they just gave it to me. So I mean,
Yeah.
So well, that's about all the time we have. Bridgel, do you have anything left to say? Anything you want to add?
Thank you so much for joining us, and your lizard is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. You said that he doesn't like being held, but I mean, if you like brought it out, I'm sure everyone would be super
happy.
happy.
Scuttle across the floor.
Scuttle across the floor. That'd be cool.
Just one time.
He might be sleeping, but yeah, he's actually. Let's see.
It's okay. We don't want to disturb his.
He's looking at you. I see him looking at you.
Does he move? Oh God! I thought that was a lizard.
I thought it was hissing. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening?
I'm scared. Yeah. Like, he'll come out if I have food. Give me a second.
Oh, that's like me. I only leave my room if Autumn has food for me.
This is the special bonus after 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Special
Super
bonus.
Bonus time.
Bonus content.
Super lizard bonus time.
So weird. Well, since this is kind of like a weird lull in our stream, we should mention through some unfortunate circumstances, Yuma will not be joining us any longer. So if you guys have a suggestion, we love Yuma. She's great. She's wonderful. I'd love to do stuff with her.
Wrong with Yuma.
She's
she
always
never wants to join.
Always welcome to join, come back, whatever. Always welcome. So I'm gonna ask you guys. Brizzle and I were talking about it, whether we should have a 3rd or just keep it as the 2 of us. So it's up to you what you think. Oh, he's getting it out. But you guys let us know.
Lizard time.
Lizard time.
He's not hungry, so. gonna come out.
Well, he tried.
I gave it a try.
It's okay. This is cool. This is lizard interaction time.
It was a good shot.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm gonna click on you to just keep. Oh man, come on, lizard. You can do it.
Are you clicking the lizard?
Yeah. Come on, lizard.
Meat Bear, I will take that into consideration.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
Always post.
It was a good try though.
It's okay. That was still really exciting. The suspense
Well,
was amazing.
If at some point you can get like a little video or picture like close up, I'll post it to everyone and everyone will love it and it'll be great.
We'll keep it crappy.
But yeah, so that's all the time. Thank you for being a part of our little podcast silly show thing we do here. It's awesome. For anybody wondering, we do this every Monday at 8. We always try to have 8 p.m. Eastern. We always try to have a giveaway or something to give you to incentivize you to love us a little extra. If you have not purchased it, go to the App Store, iOS,
Yes.
and get Adventure to Fate, Quest to the Future. There's 3 of them. Don't buy the wrong one. Unless you want to like super support him, you can do that too.
No, buy them all.
Buy them
Super
all.
support.
Buy all of them, but specifically Adventure to Fate, Quest to the Future. Like, don't be upset at me if you buy the wrong one. This is all I'm saying.
Just buy the right one after you buy the wrong one.
I bought the wrong one. I'm just
How
letting you
dare
know.
you? How dare you?
So, and then you can find TouchMint on Twitter at TouchMint or at Adventure to Fate if you want to keep up to date with any updates that are coming out or anything that's going on in the TouchMint life. But I think that's about it. So thank you for coming out, Randy. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This has been cool. You guys have been awesome. So yeah, I mean, yeah, even if oh, and if you guys have any questions about the game, I'll answer on Twitter or anything like that. But also, I have a big thread on Touch Arcade.
Oh, cool.
If you have a link for that you want to post in chat, or if you want to just like tweet it and then people will be able to see it, that way they can go to the thread.
That out for you.
But I mean, yeah, if you can't support me by getting the game or already got a promo, just posting on that thread really helps too. Just people being active in there, so I'd appreciate it.
Well, that's Randy from TouchMint. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us at Recharge. We'll be back next Monday. I know who is up next, but I don't have it. Lumo Cat, I believe, right?
Lumos Cat.
Lumos Cat is next.
Yes.
That'll be next Monday. So if you want to check that game out ahead of time, you can do so. It should be super cool. It's a kind of trippy game, but it's very cool. So either way, thank you guys for hanging out. Go buy Adventure to Fate. Go buy Adventure to Fate. That's really all I have left to say.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys. See you later. I can't find the thing I wanted to put on the screen to end it, so I guess I'll just end it. Brizzle, you can make a really funny face if you want again. You have to talk for it to come up. Okay, it's fine. All right, see you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Go buy Adventure to Fate.